For most of human history, medicine belonged to Earth. Our labs, hospitals, and surgical tools were built around gravity, pressure, and the narrow limits of what our planet could support. Now that is starting to change. The next frontier of medicine may not be a clinic on the ground, but a printer in orbit quietly building living tissue one microscopic layer at a time. A new experiment aboard the International Space Station has pushed that idea from science fiction into reality. Auxilium Biotechnology successfully bioprinted kidney and liver tissues in space, marking the first time either tissue type has been manufactured off Earth. That is more than a headline. It is a sign that the rules of biology can be rewritten when gravity is removed from the equation. To understand why this matters, you first have to understand bioprinting. In simple terms, it is a 3D printing process that places living cells and biomaterials into precise shapes. Instead of plastic or metal, the printer uses biological ink. That ink can contain cells, supportive gels, and chemical signals that help tissue grow into something useful. On Earth, bioprinting has already shown promise. Researchers have printed skin patches, cartilage structures, and tissue scaffolds that can support healing or drug testing. But whole organs are much harder. A kidney or a liver is not just a mass of cells. It is a tightly organized system with channels, specialized regions, and an intense need for blood flow. That complexity is exactly why the space experiment is so interesting. Microgravity changes how liquids move, how cells settle, and how soft biological structures form. On Earth, gravity constantly pulls on every droplet and every growing tissue sample. In space, those downward forces are dramatically reduced, which can make delicate structures easier to arrange. Imagine trying to build a fragile sculpture in a room full of wind. Gravity on Earth acts like a steady downward pull that keeps disturbing the process. Now imagine the same sculpture in a calmer environment, where material can stay suspended more evenly while it forms. That is the kind of advantage microgravity can offer to tissue engineering. The International Space Station is the perfect place to test that idea. It offers long periods of microgravity, a controlled environment, and direct access to experiments that can be monitored from Earth. In the Auxilium mission, the team did more than prove one narrow concept. They completed the first-ever mission to bioprint both medical implants and biological tissues during a single spaceflight. That matters because it shows a broader platform, not just a one-time demo. It suggests that orbit could become a real manufacturing environment for biomedical products. Why choose kidney and liver tissue? Because those two organs are essential, and because they are among the most challenging structures to recreate. The liver is a biochemical workhorse. It filters toxins, processes nutrients, makes vital proteins, and helps regulate metabolism every second of the day. The kidney is just as critical. It filters waste from the blood, balances fluids and minerals, and keeps the body's internal chemistry stable. If either organ fails, the impact can be severe. Patients may need dialysis, transplants, or lifelong treatment, and the shortage of donor organs remains a global problem. That is why tissue engineering is more than a laboratory curiosity. If scientists can build replacement tissue with enough realism, they may someday help repair organs or create transplant-ready material. Even before that future arrives, there is a near-term benefit. Bioprinted tissue can be used to test drugs in a more human-like way than flat cell cultures or animal models. That matters because many treatments behave differently in people than they do in a dish. Better tissue models can reduce failed trials, improve safety, and speed up development. Space may make those models even better. If microgravity helps produce more uniform tissue structures, researchers could gain a stronger platform for biomedical testing. This is why scientists pay attention to these small milestones. A tiny printed sample in orbit can lead to bigger breakthroughs on Earth. There is also a serious advantage for astronauts. Long missions to the Moon or Mars will expose crews to radiation, isolation, limited medical support, and the possibility of injuries that cannot be quickly treated. If a mission lasts months or years, the ability to make tissue in space could become life-saving. It could support wound healing, tissue repair, or emergency biological stock for future treatments. So this is not only about helping people on Earth. It is also about making deep space exploration safer and more sustainable. Of course, a successful tissue print is not the same as a fully working organ. A transplant-ready kidney or liver would need complex blood vessel networks, long-term function, and strict safety testing. Those barriers are still enormous. But every major technology begins with a first step, and a working prototype is how impossible ideas become practical systems. We have seen that pattern before in aerospace. Satellites were once experimental, reusable rockets were once a fantasy, and private crews in orbit were once unthinkable. Now bioprinting is entering that same arc. There is a deeper scientific lesson here too. Space is not just a destination for exploration. It is a unique laboratory where biology behaves differently than it does on Earth. Microgravity changes fluid flow, cell clustering, sedimentation, and the way tiny structures organize themselves. In biology, those differences can determine whether a tissue print becomes useful or fails. That is why researchers are chasing this field. They are not just looking for novelty. They are asking whether space gives them access to better biology. If the answer is yes, the impact could stretch far beyond one company or one mission. It could reach hospitals, research labs, pharmaceutical companies, and patients waiting for treatments that do not yet exist. There is something powerful about that symbolism. Space is often associated with cold machinery, distant worlds, and harsh conditions. But here, space becomes a place for care. A place where technology is used not just to travel farther, but to protect life more effectively. That shift matters. It reminds us that exploration is not only about planting flags or collecting rocks. It is also about improving the human condition in ways we could never achieve from home alone. The International Space Station has always been a bridge between worlds. It is where astronauts live, but also where Earth's most ambitious science gets tested. This experiment adds a new layer to that legacy. It suggests that the station is not only a lab for physics and engineering, but also a workshop for the future of medicine. And maybe that is the most exciting part. The same human curiosity that sent us to the moon is now being used to grow living tissue in orbit. That is a remarkable continuity. It shows that the spirit of exploration has evolved, but it has not disappeared. We still reach outward. We still test boundaries. But now we are also learning how to bring the benefits of that exploration back to Earth. So when people ask why this experiment matters, the answer is simple. It may help us build better models, better treatments, and one day, better organs. It may make deep space missions safer. It may reveal what biology can do when gravity is no longer controlling the experiment. And it may be remembered as one of those rare moments when a small achievement in orbit points toward a much bigger future for humanity. Because once humans learn how to build living tissue beyond our planet, we are not just exploring space anymore. We are learning how to heal in it. That is the real promise of this moment. Not a finished cure, not a miracle organ, but a doorway into a new kind of medicine where microgravity becomes a tool instead of a barrier. The next experiments will matter even more. Scientists will need to compare tissue quality, test repeatability, and learn which structures benefit most from orbital manufacturing. If those answers line up, the future could be extraordinary. We may see better disease models, new transplant strategies, and medical products made in space for patients on Earth. And that would be a story worth remembering. Not because it happened fast, but because it showed that humanity can build life-supporting science wherever curiosity leads us.